Stockbroker Peter Schiff had his own expert analysis in response to Vladimir Zelensky's speech to Congress this morning. He tweeted, quote, "I understand times are hard, but doesn't the president of Ukraine own a suit? I don't have much respect for current members of the US Congress either, but I still wouldn't address them wearing a t-shirt. I wouldn't want to disrespect the institution or the United States."
The United States, to be clear. You're disrespecting the nation by misspelling that, Peter.
I don't know if you guys watched the speech. I watched it live because I have terrible insomnia right now. So I was up extremely early on the West Coast. And so I was able to catch it live. That was honestly the last thing that I noticed. How could you notice that? I mean, you're dealing with, we're talking about a guy, that's what he was wearing. He was wearing like a, army green military shirt.
Yeah, the same one.
Yeah, his people are getting slaughtered right now. I don't know if Peter Schiff knows that. His country just got invaded right now. He could have made the decision to evacuate the country. The United States was offering help with that, but he decided to stay and fight for his country. But none of that matters because he's not wearing a suit to impress Peter freaking Schiff.
I too could not focus on his clothing. I was thinking about his haircut and facial hair. Like, you can't shave for Congress? There are senators in the room, sir. Show some respect. Give a little shave. No, actually, in solidarity with Zelensky, I too am underdressed wearing just a t-shirt, and I haven't shaved recently either.
You're just as brave.
Just as brave, honestly, no, but like, let's say I were to throw on a suit jacket. I've got one out there. I technically have ties. I may not remember how to tie them anymore after the pandemic, but I have them. How much smarter would I be if I were to do that? Would I be 10% smarter? Would I make 20% better points? Would I be 15% more compassionate? What effect would it have on a person's job? I get that we have these social things, we have these expectations. Can we try to question them a little bit, particularly in the context of a guy who, and I can't stress this enough, could have died at any moment live during that broadcast. That building could have exploded and he could have been dead. He could be dead tomorrow. Like, there are not a lot of opportunities where I think focusing on a guy's t-shirt is the best use of your time, but particularly now, when he could be in the last days of his life, his nation could be facing the last days of his existence. Could we focus on something a little bit more substantive, please?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, but it goes to a larger, broader point that I want to make, which is this obsession with optics, this obsession with appearing to be a certain person or a certain thing, when in reality, underneath the facade is nothing. It's emptiness, right? And you see it in so many different contexts. You certainly see it with the Republican Party, which for decades presented itself as the strong party. We're the party that protects national security. And then all it took was a buffoon like Donald Trump to get elected to unman all of them in real time. We saw people like Ted Cruz cower and phone bank for him after Trump referred to his wife as ugly. That's the example that always comes to mind. Mitt Romney, that's another one. Mitt Romney, who had all these negative things to say about Donald Trump on the campaign trail, has negative things to say about Trump right now. But when he thought maybe there's a chance that Trump could nominate me or pick me to be part of his cabinet, what did he do? Met with Trump, had the dinner, because there are no principles, there are no values. It's all an illusion in American politics. And so what I actually appreciate about Zelensky is not just the strength, like the fact that he was willing to stay behind and fight. I do love that. That's a trait of a true leader. But I like that there's no frills, like there's no fakeness. Like he is who he is. And I think that actually resonates way more with people than this like inauthentic, take a look at me wearing a suit, aren't I so professional strategy.
Yeah, and by the way, if he was wearing a suit, okay, that's fine too.
Yeah,
He's the president, he can choose to. But it's a particularly weird, like social media self-own to criticize this now, 3 weeks into a war in which can you think of a world leader who's had going on a month-long span of better captivating the world wearing that exact same t-shirt. Like when Laura Ingraham on day one of the war, like as they were being invaded, called his plea to the UN to intervene pathetic. At least she didn't yet know that he was going to, largely get the approval of the entire world population. This guy's coming in weeks in and deciding to nitpick at someone who, whether you agree with what he's requesting or not, we don't want a no-fly zone. It sucks, we're in a really difficult position because he wants it. He clearly has been successful in getting the message out wearing that same t-shirt.
Right.
Read the international room, buddy.
Seriously.